I need your arms around me. I need to feel your touch. ZMD. I need your love so much. You tell me that you love me. You tell me that you care, but when I need you, baby, you're not there. Resistance. Causing much damage. Oh, kill my dick. We're going on the dick thing again. That's cool. I kind of wanted to talk about this again. Swear to God, KMD, last night I thought she was your sister. Kill my dick. This is giving me, yay! And then they get there and it's, ZKMIPD. This could be a cop. Tell me about this. Kill my dick. Damn, man. Knight of Pentacles. A golden bird that flies away. A golden bird. This the golden bird again. Here we go. Fly, pelican. Kill my dick. I think take the time to get to know me. I'm gonna meet this one, blah, blah, blah. And then you get there and it's like, I think I'm gonna cock block myself and wait for another opportunity to show up. This is gonna take, I don't know who this is for, but it's hard for this guy to do this. He just, you know, why would I turn it down? Let's just say it's not someone who's that appealing to me. I can always flip him over. It's this guy, but I'm good. That shit. I'll wait for another opportunity for a woman that loves it. Look at how that, let's just say that this is his unit. Look at the way she's holding it, caressing it, loving it. She could be speaking to it in a certain language. Look at that. Look at this shit. It's like a rainbow. There's a guy also who may have been a little bisexual, even leaning more towards. I think I'm going to be loyal to semen retention or just holding back this unit, my member. Queen of Swords. I want her to own it. I want her to, what is this? Hold on. A therapist. Okay. There are men whose penises need therapy. It's not they're sick or they need the therapy of a loving woman that actually gives this thing attention that he needs. And I do believe that there is somebody who wants to hold it in. They actually are practicing semen retention. It could be this. Every time I go to meet somebody, nothing happens with them. I'm almost being forced to hold this shit in because no one can get this out of me. Horrible? Yeah. What happened? Oh. Did it really play that long? Okay. Doo-doo. Nothing beats finding the best. Yeah, I'm holding this in. I'm saving this. Yeah. I want someone who's going to appreciate it. Maybe even thank me afterward. When we're finished, I just want to say, my love, thank you for that. And I'm so grateful that this is mine. A relationship with the unit makes a tight unit. Maybe he's going to speak to you as well. Let me tell her I love her. Have I told you lately that I love you? This is going to be a new thing. I know we speak here. Are we speaking here? What is the language that you guys have? Something's wrong. No shit. What kind of language do you speak when it comes to your sexual parts? Grace? I want her to handle this shit with grace and dignity, goddammit. Someone's name could be Grace. Sleeping with one eye open, yeah, I don't... It's walking with one eye open with this kind of shit. There are men who know that, but they may have forgotten because of the types of people that they've been being, like what kind of blessing they are in this area. Very fruitful. See these grapes? This man here has many options. There's another earth sign male. Or these are just older males here that maybe thought, well, I'm past 45, maybe 50. Come. Okay, these could be guys that had rougher sex. A more softer side. When I'm banging this broad and that happens, it's not as great as when it's when she loves it. It's different. It's a different experience when you have a woman who genuinely has emotion and feeling for your unit. But then vice versa. Actually, it has to be both ways. Everything has to be as above, so below. Yeah? As above, you hear, so below. Is this the formula for a perfect marriage, a perfect relationship? Isaiah. Yeah, this. There it is. He's okay. This is a man who is a leader, and so is his stick. Maybe he's got to find a little balance when it comes to pulling it. This wouldn't be semen retention, dear. There are also men who miss the smell, the scent of a woman there. Not the scent, just the scent of a woman with her pheromones of smelling, maybe the nape of her neck, but the actual scent that a woman gives off. The taste, energy again, they're saying. Check the energy of who it is you're dealing with. If you're looking at a woman, for my men, if you're looking at a woman and her body could be beautiful, what does her spirit say? That's what you're sticking your shit into. It's like a mine, an IED. You could be sticking your shit right in there. Oh. They're all in the same boat. Okay. God. Yeah. There were some guys that were struggling to find balance with their security with this. Which is why it's going to take communicating to their penises and being like, hon, I know you're tired. You can go to sleep. I want to spend some time with him. You don't, and it could just be where caressing it, talking to it, kissing it. It doesn't have to have anything to do with him being conscious. We're not saying that he has to be gone. That would be weird. But, yeah, just to let him know. I wonder what that would do, man, for the confidence in men. It's hard, right? Without hurting you. That's a great way to make up. It doesn't always have to be make up sex. It could just be like, look, maybe this head up here doesn't listen to me. Let me try having this conversation we need to have about our relationship with this one and see if maybe that transfers or goes up to the other one. Is there something that's connected with penises and men's brains and women's vaginas and their brains This is going to be interesting. Maybe for people who deal with this stuff, scientists, psychologists. Hippie chick. When it comes to communication, period. Yeah. Like, just see it as a microphone, Divine Feminine. Does what you say to him process to him? Goes through your trash. Well, why are we doing this? Why is this here? Are you cutting off dick from somebody, sir? People in your community? Trying to find something to lock you up? Get you caught up with some shit? Oh, they're trying to do some black magic. Be careful of what you're throwing in your trash. No DNA. Don't put your hair in the trash. Your Q-tips, dental floss, especially no condoms. If you're having sex and throwing condoms out, I don't know, I would take the chance and flush it down the toilet. Even if, you know how they say, don't flush any in hotels and stuff, then take scissors and cut that shit in half then. I don't know how big your condoms are, but if they're going to clog a toilet, hello. They could be trying to do this and they're not finding anything. Be careful of now getting a text message or a phone call and somebody wanting to, oh, I love your hair. Oh my God, I love your hair. Trying to get a piece of your hair. Or even to get you to drink something to get, I don't know how deep it goes when it comes to DNA. It could be for cloning or for some type of ritual. Do you live alone? Glycerin. They're trying to mix. You see how they're pouring from one cup into an... no. This is definitely for some kind of experimentation with cloning. I'm sinking in. Hold on. Okay. This is pouring something, mixing DNA for the introverts. Be careful of this, of just knowing that they want to get your DNA to mix. When you go outside, wherever you take and move your trash, I don't know, for somebody, you may take your trash somewhere else because people in your neighborhood are going through it, or you know that they are. What's up with sitting in the sun? You're going to be moving somewhere where it's going to be sunny all the time, or you would be better off if you're thinking of moving wherever your final destination is going to be. It may be unknown now, but I think you want somewhere where it's going to be sunny. Child wounded. Is this a... Are you an advocate for children? You know what I see too? I see that there's someone here who thinks that you're a goody-goody because you're someone that stands up for something. And I think that there could be some people that hear the word advocate and they believe that make you, oh, I don't want to. Is this the kind of person that's going to constantly talk about, you know, those hippie people in, how about Forrest Gump, where they just kept talking about political shit and stuff? Somebody could think that you're like that. that you're some goody-goody nun type. Waiting. Truth. Anticipating. Like, yay, I'm too pure. The truth is, you're not. You're crazy. You could be a psychopath. But you're a balanced psychopath. And if you fool yourself, you will make him happy. Yeah, Taurus. This is a destined marriage. This is a good luck. These two. What is this? Animal. Let's just say you guys were made with multiple DNA. You could have different spirit animals all in one. Well, that's what we're going to have to pay attention to. When you have multiple DNA mixed with one person, you have all the personalities of those people. You have all of the trauma that comes with it. Now, I don't know if that's what they were focusing on when they did this, because when you were dealing with dark archons, archonic draconian type entities, they need a low vibration. They could be mixing a bunch of DNA of people where they have information about them and what kind of trauma they've been through. They could even be using spiritualists and tarot readers to pull cards on the DNA, mixing it intentionally. And then what else comes with that? Addictive behavior. If you can find balance, I mean, sociopathy, psychopathy, right? If you can find a way to balance that shit, I mean, it would be great. It's going to be important. Maybe there are some people who don't understand, why am I like the way that I am? How much DNA, how many different types of DNA do I have in me? Am I a remake? Am I the human form still? I mean, there's so much that we don't know. And, oh, this is childhood memories. This is holding on to childhood memories, things that happened. They're putting that. Or this is part of someone's DNA where they had a rough childhood. You could have been Taurus. You could have been an experiment. You were a target for this. Or this the government doing this with the Hierophant. This also is the DNA of men or women. I don't think the DNA has a gender, but DNA of someone who had a high sexual appetite. Could have been sex addiction. Super defensive. Tower moment. This could even be fear of water. You know what I mean? Fire. Phobias. Yeah. We're not afraid of that thing now. A impoverished mindset. This is horrible. I mean, it's horrible because of the intent of keeping society down by mixing traumatic DNA. So what, you're not going to mix any of the good DNA? I guess it's up to us then to clear out this ancestral karma from all of the DNA, which requires what? It requires resilience, isolation, a different perspective on life, accountability. This is part of how you heal trauma. belief systems going bye-bye. Let's say you have someone who was a strong believer in Christ, and then you have another one where it was Allah, same type of thing with an all-powerful being, but just different types of beliefs, religious doctrine. This could cause mental torment in some way. Yep, I believe so. I want to get back to it. Maybe we should talk about the feminine. Let's talk about her flower. We have to come up with another name for that. We can call her lover. Or we can call it... We'll figure out a name for it. If somebody wants to put it in the comments when I upload this. Well, your CD collection looks shiny. We don't even use them anymore. Constantly moving forward with technology. It drives me nuts. I would like to have a life where it's more natural. I don't mean weirdness of growing my own food, so to speak, and being like that. Just that going back, records, DJs that actually scratched, breakdancing, stuff like that. Just a different way of life when things were better. 80s, 90s. Tell me about the female. Cake. Tell me about the female and her unit. Page of Cups. That would be very tight. For me, that's a child. A young child. Innocence. Pure. Look at him looking at this thing. Like, is this going to fit? Look at him holding the cheese say, is this going to fit? Look at this guy in the back. I don't know, man. It might be too small for this older man. Look at him sitting there going, now, I hope they're not using DNA of children, but that could be a good thing. The DNA of a child would actually be great because you have this innocence about you and this purity about you. Okay, how do I crack this nut? Look at this with the Liberty Bell. I can't. How do I crack 22, 20? Am I going to have to, like, ease up on this? I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to be delicate. Yeah, I don't want to kill a bitch. Pisces heavy. But, dozens of your liver pays dearly now. All right, well, hello. Would a fire sex life actually heal you from disease? I mean, from sickness. Say you had kidney problems or heart issues. Would that type of connection with somebody sexually consistently heal a lot of people? Yeah. This would be a ritual in itself. There's an older man now who's looking at something different. I don't want to off you. Maybe you guys do your own ritual. But that's what I feel like sex is. It's ritualistic, yeah? Your self-destruction doesn't hurt them. Convert them. Now, incest ain't rebellion. It could be, this could be your sibling or a cousin. That's another thing. Thank you. I meant to say public. I personally, I want to say this publicly. I know that back in the day with kings and queens and royalty, they slept with each other, the family members. It was keeping, like the Pitcairns that we know around my area, that they kept the shit in the family. And I think they got a lot of heat for that. But is that the way it's supposed to be? Because look at what happens when you partner up with business with other people. They try to stab you. And a lot of times it happens with family members too. But I'm talking about sleeping with siblings. Is the outcome of sleeping with a brother or a sister or a cousin or something a child that's mentally challenged, or was that woman not supposed to have children? Do people have mentally challenged children or physically challenged children not because of incest, but because their DNA is screwed up from karma? And how do you know that you haven't already slept with a brother or sister when they're mixing the DNA like this? I'm going to flip some names out of people who already, and don't get angry, because this is an earthly thing, this belief system. If we were on another planet where none of this shit existed, there was no books, dictionary, nothing, and it was just you and this other man or woman, and you had no idea whether you were siblings or not, you're going to sit there and just stay separate? If you did know that you were siblings or cousins, I still don't think you would stay separated. It's something, especially with humans, to procreate, just to connect. Look at these two. All right, I want to put some names out of people who already know what you suffer. 555. Tell me some names of siblings or cousins that already slept together, or they're together and don't even realize that the DNA that they have, they're actually related. Because we were also separated at birth. Back in the day, there were people that had sextuplets, quintuplets, and then they were separated at birth. Usually with wealthy families, or P-U-Z-C. This could be Paula, Zachary, Zach, Paul, Paul. What is this? And then Paula. T-R-W-S. This is a Williams, Ted, Terrence, Travis, Troy, something like that. They are related. It's your boyfriend. Or Teresa Williams and Paul, something like that. But this is what I'm saying. Without the belief of thinking it's taboo to sleep with someone that you're related to, is it just the fact that we know that we're related to them which causes the resistance? Obviously it is. Gossip, when you don't care about that shit. Jealous of divine feminine. What else is no? Because your addiction to self-pity. Learning to the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause, because you stand for something. Look at the flowers, though, in this. This is your flower. You the flower girl? Bitch, you be the flower girl at your own wedding. I don't know if you guys are going to get married. You may want a marriage where there's not many people there. Criminal. Nobody could do what you're doing. Mark. What do you have? Taurus, again, Virgo. Tell me about this criminal. He doesn't want to be a criminal anymore. Did you end a marriage? Or you could have said, I don't want this life anymore. I don't want to be with you anymore. I'm finished. Because it's stressful. What is this? Mr. Window. Is that somebody's last name? And I'm guessing that maybe this guy chose this business over your marriage, and you just, now he feels lost without you, though. $2 means a snack for me, but it means a big deal for you. That's the poem I wrote for the first time. Did he write you a poem? Yeah. His passion was still for money. He actually didn't see... I don't think he appreciated the opportunity that he had to be married to you. He could, with the family, what happened? He could have even, what? Were you different? Whatever you had the connection with this guy or this female, the family played a big part in his decision making. He respects what his family thinks. Do we all do that though? And should we not? I remember saying if two people were married, they fell in love with each other, they were obsessed with each other, and they moved far away from family and friends, would they have any issues with if it's just them two? What makes two people feel like that about each other, and then all of a sudden they're splitting up or getting divorced? You stand tall. What am I doing? The family could have been a little wary of you. Maybe because you defended yourself, or you would even defend him. You may not have had a lot of friends, and the family thought that was weird too. Or somebody, maybe he did, maybe you don't have a lot of friends, or this guy had too many and you were wary of that. Like, this is my belief. I believe that the more people you have in your camp, I don't think it's more money, more problems. I think to have all the money in the world, it's more people you have around you. More people, more problems. And I don't think that he was ready to cut out these friends. He's that guy in the neighborhood that everybody knows. He feels like he has to be that person for the family, for the neighborhood. He cares about what people think. Or he did. He could have even got married to... Hold on. These friends of his, they could have families that they want to move away from. Hold on. Oh my God, I love your humor. Alexis, oh, thank you. Keep it to what you say anymore. This is my life. This is a family. I don't think it's a wife and kids. I don't. I think for this guy, it's his actual family. It's like a relationship with them. Like he's married to his family. Don't know why I came here tonight. Here I am stuck in the middle with you. Were you married to this guy and it felt like it's just us? But there are people around him that couldn't stand this shit. Did you leave him? My daughter is biological and my son is adopted. You could have felt like your father was more interested in your brothers than he was with you. You spend more time with my brothers. The only time you ever call me or reach out to me is when they're not around and they say no to shit that you ask them to do, and I'm always the one that says yes, and you treat me like shit. You need to stop doing everything for this father and stand your ground with that. Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back. Wonderwall. Well, I'll bet your walls are wonderful, divine feminine. Did you guys have sex? A slot. They keep putting the word slot. You don't have just a slot. You go look. Whoever you're with, for you men, for the women that have vaginas, Look at that shit. There should be lips on the outside. Like, and it's not just a slot. There's layers of tissue. About you now. This man loved you. He wouldn't sacrifice, though. He wouldn't sacrifice some shit. He wouldn't stand up and tell his family to mind your business, or this group he's connected to. I don't believe. But you're shit, Divine Feminine. There's some spiritual shit here. Your vagina. What's this? Made a fool of myself at a work holiday party. Is that what happened? Were you guys at some kind of family function? Used a paddle while having sex. Would like to say to you, but I don't know how. Tell me about this made a fool of myself at a work holiday party. This could be a tarot reader. Used a paddle while having sex. Was this man shown something saying that it was you? that you took another opportunity with some guy, that I think this is going to be better for me because of this life. I don't want this life. Was there a letter that said, your family, I feel like I'm always judged by your family. I told you I don't feel like you love me. I'm constantly disappointed, and I just need to see if there's something else out there for me. They could have even used the word destiny because of how you speak. They took words that you would normally say. But these are people that spent time around you. They paid attention to how you spoke, so that when they wrote this letter, they could even have used voice changing software at this point. They're going to use that to leave voice messages, or Taurus. The family and this group took it personal that this man gonna be the one that saves me. They didn't see the fact that maybe you were brought into this man's life for a reason. You coming into this guy's life, this is a commitment to chaos. Yeah, but you made him happy during this. They like this guy better like that. Closed off, tyrannical. Is this a family business, but a shady business? He didn't want to cheat anymore with you. He was a player. He didn't want to. Yeah, because, well, what could I possibly want more than this? Now, this marriage could have been something else for him. It could have been a sacrifice. But, yeah, no. Oh, they could feel that. Why didn't you do it yet? Why didn't you do it yet? He couldn't do it. He loves you. That's why. And he could have been getting pressure from these people of, why didn't you do this yet? And don't tell me that you love her. And he's the kind of guy, well, I don't want to be the first one to say that I actually feel this way of a woman. We've been doing this for so long. Am I going to be the one that actually says, are they going to look at me and think that I'm weak? Too much. You're too much. Is that what he used to say to you? Or did you say that to him? You're too much. This guy is connected to a group that preys on women. Because I'm not satisfied. He hasn't been satisfied since. I don't know what happened. What happened here? There's a divorce, there's I'm finished, there's I'm leaving. That was a lie, though. Oh. He's going to be disappointed to find out that, were you taken? Who was behind it? Maybe it was the kind of thing where when you had this marriage or relationship, you didn't feel the need, or he didn't have to ask permission. There's nobody that needed to ask permission. It was just very natural. He never experienced anything like that. You may have even, maybe this is the kind of thing where you were balanced. You know when to be submissive, and you know when to stand your ground. And that's what was sexy about you. You possibly were the kind that actually asked for, do you mind if I go here? What is this? I don't know what this is. B or F, your best friend. ER. MC is played a part in whatever this is. What's FRC? First robotics competition. Oh, here we go. Where are my other cards? Are they right in front of my face? Stay tuned. I want to pull cards on this robotics. I drink too much. That's a human thing. You could notice not drinking or eating as much. That's going to be a sign of being a hybrid robot. It's that lustful type energy that humans have to overeat, overdrink, oversleep. You could be sleeping in increments. That would be another sign of just some type, and it doesn't have to be actual robot. What the definition of robot was movement, consistent movement, I guess almost supernatural. So it doesn't have to be that you're built with wires and as a machine. Maybe that's what it is, supernatural strength and determination. Could be somewhat robotic. Huh? We want to still hear about the hoo-ha? Let's get to the Scrabble first. This cult involves self-harm from power tools and sacrifices any chance you had at losing your virginity. An obscure cult known as First Robotics Competition. This cult requires you to be the uberest of all the nerds and understand the building blocks of the universe. This cult also speaks in a language only understood by other members. Is that what this is? Is he connected to this cult? Sounds like the secret societies. Vig. A bookie? I guess just that kind of life. Gia, I see. I don't see a lot of bed. Well, there we go. Tell me about this cult, this obscure cult. FRC. FRC. Oh. Doesn't want to be a part of it anymore. They could have felt some kind of way because he's pulling away a little bit. You know what? This guy didn't want to be connected to this because whoever this wife is was, I want this life. And so they took the wife. This cult pulled him away from something else that he did that he was successful at. This is the kind of working that brings a lot of chaos and stress and mental torment. And I got to pay this one. I got to look over my shoulder and watch my back. And this is a husband. Somebody, their own father, is involved with this too. But these are these are men that they like these types of women, or he did. Look at the outfits. Now some of them are cute, They like this work, this conflict and war. And okay, wow. Look at these guys. They're very sophisticated. I don't feel hood rat type shit. I think these are men. This is definitely a secret society, but this guy doesn't want any parts of it. That he wanted to get into a relationship where he was married to you. You built his self-confidence. She's holding a flower. It could have been because he knew that you were saving. Maybe he may not have even known, but there were a lot. This is purity, but it's also sexy. And these guys were so jealous, and they could have been competing for you, and you just don't even know it. Like, a lot of these guys were competing for your attention in the past, and you gave it to this one. Some of them are even lying and saying that they dated you or that they turned you away. This is secret marriages. But he wanted to hold on to this one. This is the one he actually wanted to put time and energy into. The ones in the past meant nothing. Whatever he did in the past with these women or marrying women meant nothing. Like, I actually feel like a better person when I'm around this one. What's happening? But does that make me weak? He has this mindset because of this connection to these guys of, am I weak because of this? His distortion of what a man really is could be coming from a father, even grandfather. There. He didn't even realize that you were his type. Or he didn't think that you would be his type. I'm used to games, constantly having to explain myself. Would this be boring for me? But now, he could have been putting up a lot of resistance with this, and you felt this, and it was like, I'm done. Like, do you even want to be married to me? It's because there was ulterior motive, but he was in love with you or fallen in love with you. I think that the fact that you were honest about that, you're honest with your emotions. When you're upset, you say you're upset, but you talk about it. It helps. You don't hold it in. When something's bothering you, it's the way that you explain it. You address it. Did you have a theme wedding? You said that you felt like you were alone and that you were single anyway. Because all he cared about was money. You know, it could have been the kind of thing where he even said, well, I give you my card, and you didn't care about that stuff. He's used to women saying, well, as long as he gives them his black card or his money, or they don't really care what he's doing. You actually wanted to spend time with this man. But he was closed off. I think that this guy didn't know what to do. It's not that he wanted to be closed off. There's a hat that he has to wear. But and I think you were just, that's it, done, I'm finished. Okay. The friends and the people, the family, the people around this guy knew that this was going on. They knew this was going on, so they played off of this. Okay? He could have told them she wants to leave, so they knew where you were coming from in order to write this letter. They got all the information that they needed from what he was telling them. He should have been more closed off with them and more open to you. He regrets it, though. Herb? Wait, just give me... He regrets it, and now what? Black. Now the era I know someday you'll have a beautiful life. Divine Feminine, that's why. Look at you. Does he have a painting of you? Or some kind of art? I don't think he ever thought that you would leave, but it doesn't feel like you left, though. He was so narcissistic with this whole situation that he thought that if he stopped even giving you attention or giving you the love that you deserved, he didn't think you'd ever leave. Most women wouldn't. They would say that they would. You turned your back on your friends. You sacrificed and he didn't. That's it. And I'm going to end it at that. Actually, I'm not. I want to see what's going to happen. You made him laugh. Whatever this hat is he has to wear, he couldn't bring out that side. It's uncomfortable for him, but it's because of all this other shit he's connected to. Don't you dare laugh. Don't you dare smile. We don't get into marriages and relationships because we want to be happy. That's not what we do here. Engineer. Mechanical, though. God. Damn. All right. Someone could be. Another trait that he was, you know, I feel like I love this, but I'm intimidated by it, is that you are a good problem solver as well. But he always put his defenses up with that. You were a mirroring or the exact replica of this guy. He didn't know what to do with this shit. You gave input on how to solve problems, and I think that he took it as offensive. Like, you're telling me what to do with my business. He could have put even cameras in the home. He has such a horrible trust issues with women. I don't think that you were afraid of the line of work he was in. In fact, I think you would be a great partner with this. You could have had some kind of inkling that maybe this was you were being targeted to be killed by this man, or you could have felt this a little bit. If you're very intuitive or psychic, and I think that didn't even bother you. You helped because you're an earth angel. There's you knew that there's a possibility that this man was going to kill you. You knew what he was connected to, and I think that you didn't worry about that shit. It's the love that you showed this man with an affair. Did he have an affair, or did you? Oh, in the past, he did. Did he? With who? O or M? Monica? Monique? Tiffany? Omar? Or did he say, did someone say that you did? Tell me about this affair, a relationship. I was lost for once. With a pregnancy? If this is a Somebody could have been in a relationship on the side, and then they got someone pregnant and was like, what do I do about this? If this was the female that they said that you were in a relationship, this is someone that was trying to facilitate this hit or to get money off of you. Like, let's just say that the one guy, they saw you as money. This other guy was seeing you as his wife. Even though that wasn't the intention. They still wanted this money, so they had to separate you from him. He could have been protecting you at some point, or they were terrified, and he could have possibly said, keep your hands off. I want to think about this one. And there's someone else that either this is the one that said that you were in a relationship and played a part with this OM and TF, or your relationship was not magnetic. This is about to get exposed, though. That this person played a part, or they said you were in a relationship. That shit was a lie. Tell me, was it true? Tell me about the relationship. Someone could have even said that you were pregnant. This is weird. Was it true? Just to cause chaos? Just to stir shit up? To cause fights between you guys? Did you guys have an argument about this? I don't know if you have kids with this guy, but this feels like a plot on your entire family. There's a bunch of men who didn't like the fact that this guy found happiness with a woman. He must be connected to a bunch of misogynists or just men who have a problem with women. They see them as objects. Alright. Constant disappointment dealing with these cats. There's a lesson for him. I should have blocked them and paid more attention to my wife. And now she's not here. I don't know if he'll get you back, but I'm guessing he's going to want to invest in that shit. Lesson. Tell me about the lesson. They thought they could have thought that you were a square, or that you were... I don't think he shared all of the advice and the problem solving that you helped him with. I think he kept that to himself. Let's just say you sat there with him and there was an issue with this group he's connected to. You would help him figure out ways to solve problems, but it bothered him because of the way he was raised. So he never gave you the credit. He could have leveled up a lot with this group, and it's because of you, the wife. He didn't know what to do with that. He's going to have to be honest about that shit. And his production, or just the way he is, could have changed because you're no longer there. Maybe it's becoming more apparent and obvious that you played a key role to this business thriving. You're a big time star. Your gut knows what's up. Trust that bitch. You wouldn't allow yourself to be secondary. She calls me from the cold, just when I was low, feeling short of state. What an amazing part you played in this man's life. For someone you're passed on, and this is your story, what she keeps inside isn't on her label. What is this called? It's too far away. Can I be your friend? What do you mean this is my best friend? This man knew that he should have... Divine Feminine. Put your boundaries up. Or you did. You put your boundaries up. Your gut told you what? Not to hold on to this because you won't be brokenhearted again. I don't know if you were married before, but your gut told you to kind of separate yourself a little bit from this, because if you kept trying to hold on to this, you would have wound up getting hurt somehow. Reality escapes her. And maybe this is what you did because you got sick. You put this bubble around yourself. And you blocked out this guy. There's something here where this freaked him out. He got angry. And then I think he wanted to try and reconcile with you. And you were probably like, no, he's not used to this shit. And so he could have even wanted to kill you. He's so used to, when I say I want to make up and I say we talk about what happened, that's what happens. And I think you're the type of woman where you are your own woman. You know your worth. This is so foreign to this guy. He was conflicted of, can I get used to this? He doesn't even think this is a normal marriage at all. For him, I don't know what his family was like or his parents' marriage was like, but the mom could have just been real submissive to the father. And so he thinks that that's how women are supposed to be. He also didn't want to stop cheating. Now, I don't know if this guy started cheating because he was told that he could have been holding it in. And instead of talking to you about it, he just started cheating too. It just feels real sloppy. This feels to me like my point is being proven, that when you meet someone and you have that connection, that's fire. The more people you have around you, the more chances you have of that shit getting screwed up. I don't know, is this guy in the military? He could have been in the military. Anyway, I think he regrets the shit out of it. And there's a possibility where he doesn't want to deal with these half-ass, toxic-ass relationships anymore. He actually wants his wife back. I want my wife back. There were soldiers involved. He wants his wife back because he just feels stuck in life now. Like, I don't know, what do I do with myself? But he's stuck with this possible, he owes money? Yeah. He could owe money to these people now, and it's like, I'm supposed to kill her. This is for somebody else. He owes money to a group. He doesn't want to do that to you. But how else am I supposed to get this money to these people? I don't know. Take off? Run? Know that if you are this god, that the card flew out, that you're always going to be protected from some shit like that. Say that. Just know it. You don't even have to speak judgment out loud. But it's a belief. It's the magic in it. You say to yourself, every one of these guys are going to die before they ever get to me. I don't even feel like you have to say, and so it is, or so be. You believe that shit. That's the magical part. And then there's a little waiting period. Sometimes it may happen immediately, but there's a waiting period involved. It's patience. Requires patience. The World in My Eyes. You could like Depeche Mode or 80s music, and so did he. You brought this guy back. I didn't realize how closed off I was to the world, to love, to loyalty. There's a big lesson here. We'll see if you learned. We're not going nowhere. Love you, Philly out.